Paul Sykes' son, Sharpey. That's who I'm talking about in this video. So I met Sharpey when I was in Frankland high security prison. Yeah, and I'd heard the stories about Paul Sykes. I mean, a lot of people know who Paul Sykes is. You watch the YouTube documentaries. Yeah, there's a few, like I say, there's a few documentaries on him. And I've just watched a video on Brian Cockrell's channel about when Lee Duffy from Middlesbrough met Paul Sykes in prison. and some of the stuff that Brian Cockrell's talking about on his video about Paul Sykes is a lot about the rumours that I actually heard about him years ago in the prison system. Because when you go into the prison system, you hear about all these rumours about the older generation that was in and what they used to get up to. And he had a bit of a, he had a name, he was a fighter, not take that away, definitely. But he's supposed to have got a bad name for doing some naughty things in prison. So if you want to watch Brian Cockrell's latest video on his channel about it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But his son, Sharpey, who was in Frankland, he seemed the same as what his dad was. Yeah, he went around taxing people, he was bullying people, but it all came unstuck for him when I actually witnessed this. I seen this when I was out on the landing. One of the lads, little ginger cockney kid, came up behind him with a coffee jar, a smashed coffee jar full of chili powder, and fucking rammed it in his neck, twisted it. All the chili powder went in his cut, in his neck, and the lad just went running off down the landing. And Sharpey turned around and just fucking, he just went rah, and just started chasing him down the landing. And the lad ran down the landing into the mob cupboard and shut the fucking door. And all the screws seen him legging it down the landing, so the screws jumped in the way so he couldn't get to the lad. And he got took off the wing. And as Sharpey was getting took off the wing, had a towel on his neck at this point, all the blood was pissing out of his neck. Walking off the wing with the screws, obviously on his way to hospital. And the whole of the wing was out on the landing, fucking clapping and cheering, saying, shouting, boo, get off the wing. Because nobody liked him because of what he was doing. I mean, in them high security prisons, or in any prison for that matter, doesn't matter how big or hard you are, you can't have just gone around fucking taxing people, taking stuff off people. Like the lads that were doing things on the wing, they were just going around, he was going around taxing them. But there's bigger and naughtier people than fucking him in there, so he got a rude awakening anyways. But I think he got moved into a couple of different prisons, Sharpey, and I think he had trouble everywhere he went. I'm sure he got, I heard that he got, what was it, fucking a kettle full of hot water and sugar chucked on him. I'm sure that was down in strange ways, I heard. But don't get us wrong, he is a fucking naughty cunt, and he is a big unit. When I was in there, Sharpey came on the wing and he was like fucking 23 stone. He was a fucking animal. And he had a lot of trouble with the Muslim lads as well, because I heard when he was down in, which jail was it? I think it was Full Sutton. When he was down in Full Sutton before he came to Frankland, this is the reason why he got shipped up to Frankland. He had a bit of trouble with a few of the Muslims, and the Muslims had done something to him, and he waited this day and he followed one of the Muslim lads into the shower. And this Muslim lad, he had a bit of a dodgy arm. One of his arms was like fucking a bit like a baby arm, so he could only use one arm. And Sharpey followed him in the showers, sat on his good arm and just fucking got a blade out and just carved his fucking face. Sat on top of him and just carved his face while he's lying on the floor and he couldn't move. And that's why he got shipped up to Frankland from Full Sutton. And then when he's come to Frankland, Like I say, he's just went around the wing, fucking thinking he ran the place. He's coming onto a wing full of people that he doesn't even know. He's never even fucking found out who people are yet properly. And then he's gone around doing stuff like that. And yeah, that's the reason why he got stabbed in the neck with a broken coffee jar. But that's Sharpey, Paul Sykes' son. He was actually in prison for killing a copper. And I think, if I remember rightly, he killed him with his bare hands. I'm sure it was with a knuckle duster on or something. He smashed the copper. I think the copper was, if I remember rightly from the story, what I heard, he was CID. I think he was a bent copper, and something had went on, and fucking Sharpies went round and fucking smashed him to bits with his hands, killed him, and he got lifed off with a wreck of, I think it was either 25-year or a 30-year tariff, so he can't be considered for release for at least 25-year or 30-year. It was one of the two. But if you have a look on Google, I'm sure the full story will be on there. He's from I think he's from Wakefield, or down that way, Yorkshire. I know he's from Yorkshire, but it was either Wakefield or somewhere down there, one of the Yorkshire fucking towns. But anyways, people, that's all for that one. If you do like the content, remember to like and subscribe. I'll be uploading more videos soon. Take care.